fishing news is brought to you by Navionics, Okuma, Yozuri, Evinrude, Lama Glass, and the Star Island Yacht Club in Montauk, New York. The striped bass fishing on the South Shore has broken wide open since the last nor'easter passed. The fishing has been red hot, whether you've been fishing the beach, from a head boat, or a private boat. The action has been non-stop. The deck will be shuffled with this passing nor'easter this week, but I get word from News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Olin that the weekend is looking real good with 1 foot seas on Saturday and 1 to 2 foot seas on Sunday. Now let's check in with senior editor Fred Golofaro with the Montauk Report.
Hey, thanks, Tim. Yeah, another week. Not a lot to report from Montauk. I can tell you the blackfishing and the sea bass and porgies, that's really the name of the game right now. If you want bass, you pretty much have to run to Block Island if you want some quality fish. Bass fishing at the point has really quieted down since that northeaster of last week. But on the blackfish and the porgies and sea bass, Block Island, the Viking Star had a good trip there Monday morning. The Fin Chaser did well Monday and Tuesday over at Block. So, that fishing's holding up. My Joyce also had a good catch of sea bass. That was on Sunday. Had fish up to 5 pounds over there. Blackfishing, guys running up to Fisher's Island doing really well. The blackfish jigs with some green crab. A lot of green crabs. They're a lot of limit catches and a lot of nice fish up to 6-7 pounds. So that's a good option if you want blackfish. The bassing at the point is definitely off. Like I said, Block Island's the place to go if you're looking especially for quality fish. And the albies have really been missing again since that northeaster. So we'll see what this weekend brings. Looks like a lot of wind going into the weekend, but hopefully the weatherman's wrong and we get some fishable conditions. Tim, back to you.
If you're looking for a quality fishing boat that's affordable, check out a Sea Pro, powered by Suzuki. For less than $400 a month, gets you into all the action. Visit Kale's Family Boating Center for a test ride today. Now let's check in with Mike Dean from Shinnecock.
Thanks, Tim. A whole different ballgame out here since this nor'easter went through. Had a breach on Dune Road by the commercial dock down close to Shinnecock Inlet. A lot of the quag beaches really had a ton of beach erosion, lost a lot of dunes. Unfortunately, most of the rest of the beach, the sandbars and the troughs that were kind of holding bait, that were making for a couple of good weeks of fishing, really aren't there anymore. There's still some small fish around. A couple of beaches still held a little bit of structure. The new structure, there just really isn't much room between the dune and water's edge. So we'll see what happens with this storm going through there. I did get a few last night. Smaller fish, beautiful night. Ocean was flat, calm, full moon. Got a few this afternoon before the storm. The wind was honking like probably about 30 miles an hour southeast. So we'll see what happens. Real story, though, is a diamond jigging that's been going on the last few days. 1 to 2 miles out, big fish, 30, 40 pounders, surface stuff too, and just some people having some epic fishing, a lot of personal best. If you don't need to keep the fish, just don't. Leave them for everybody else. We all want to get our personal best. So we'll see what happens this weekend. I'll talk to you guys next week, let you know how it goes.
From Saigo Craft Boats, we have George Yorsak with a report from the bunker schools off of Ocean Beach, Fire Island.
Hey, how you doing? Fire Island fishing at its best again. We're jigging bass. We're pulling bass off the bunker pods. Fantastic couple of days. Great day today. It just doesn't get any better than this. You got to take advantage of it while it's here. You can jig them. You can snag bunker and drop them. You can drag bunker. The bass are here. Anywhere from, 8 to 50 pounds. We've seen plenty of big fish the last couple of days too. So get out here. It ain't going to get any better.
Now let's check in with Captain Al Lorenzetti from the Great South Bay and Fire Island area.
Hey Tim, Fire Island report. Things are really hot. Bass fishing is super outside. There's a lot of small fish into the teens on jigs out in like 50 to 70 feet of water. And then some bigger fish on the bunker pods. But even on the jigs, I think there was a 57-pound fish caught on a jig, 70 feet of water. So, it's just whatever your preference is. You like fishing with tackle, like jigs and light tackle like that, fine. If you want to mess with the bunker schools, it's another whole thing. But the action is definitely on. And looks like excellent weather for the weekend, Tim. Bergen Bay Docks tournament is going to go off. Shark on Saturday and striped bass both days, Saturday and Sunday. Captain's meeting, 7 p.m. this Friday night. So get in on it. It's a great tournament, not expensive, good chance to win a few bucks.
From the Connecticut River, we have Paul McCain with the fly fishing report.
Hello, Tim. I'm out here at the Connecticut with Tony O'Tora and Mark Malinowski. We're guiding a group from New York City, the New York Athletics Club. Having a great time out here. It's been a little slow. The water is a little cold. We had a little cold snap last night. We have been catching fish. The secret is slow and low. But it is a great day, beautiful day to be out here. Hopefully in the afternoon it's going to perk up a little bit. Now, on the salt water, Tim O'Rourke out in Montauk, he's been reporting about how the bait schools got broken up and now they're all getting back together again and the fishing is really picking up and organizing itself. On the North Shore, Andrew Dwyer is reporting also a lot of albacores, but green bonita are still mixed in. And then there's Captain Dave Flanagan. He's over in the North Fork Shore. He's catching small bass in the back bays, blues up front, and some albacore. But the good news is, congratulations, Dave. Him and his wife are expecting a little girl. So until next week, tight lines, everybody.
Now let's check in with Joey Leggio from Atlantic Beach.
Hey Tim, what's going on, brother? Reports out of Deb's Inlet. Those fish that have been at Fire Island and are making their way down the beach are now calling Deb's Inlet their home. Plenty of bass to be caught, and some real big ones have been coming to the scales too. A few 50-pounders are in that mix. Alright, let's go to my reports, how my trips went this week. On Saturday, I had Mike Silverstein out with his brother, his father, and his little son, Tyler. Started off at the bridge. The bridge was terrible. We only had one fish on the bridge, so either that bite shut down or it was just an off day. From there, we decided to take a look in the inlet, see what I could find for these guys, and I found a massive flock of seagulls with plenty of bass underneath. Little Tyler, 6 years old, was casting those little lures and catching the bass all by himself. Totally cool, man. Get those kids out fishing. He had a blast and made a ton of memories with his dad, his uncle, and his grandfather. On the next day, Sunday, I had out, who did I have out? I had out, excuse me, I had out Raphael came on down. He had his two buddies came in. One guy was from Moscow. His other buddy was from South America. He wanted to show him a little New York hospitality and took him out fishing. The boys had a blast getting their limited stripers to 39.50 pounds. What a great day on the ocean for them. Also, as a bonus, we had a huge whale show by two humpbacks feeding. The guys had a great time taking pictures. I'll actually forward you one of the pictures they took. The whale breaching and all the bunker flying out of its mouth. Very cool stuff to go on out there. Truly some Nat Geo stuff. What did I have on Monday? So Monday we had out Kevin Grant and his buddy came out with their two children. Again, we're pulling those kids away from the Xboxes and we're putting fishing rods in their hands. The kids had a blast. Both of them got their personal best record. One guy had a fish at 31.5 pounds and the other one had a fish at 30 pounds. So not bad. Both kids getting 30 pounders on that day. So get out there while you can, guys. The bass fishing's phenomenal. The bottom fishing was a little off thanks to that heave we had from the swell coming in. If you notice, that happens a lot. You get that strong heave and that swell, bottom fishing usually does shut down. So not everything's calming down. Hopefully we'll get better. But then again, we get hit with this new blow for this week and we'll see what happens after that. But once everything settles down, I'm sure everything will be where it's supposed to be. Other than that, that's my report, Tim. I'll talk to you later. Also, if you ever get the chance, search me on YouTube. Just look up Joey Leggio and you'll see my YouTube pages. Please subscribe to them. And that's really all I have to say. Thank you so much, Tim, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Now let's check in from Sheepshead Bay with Luke Feeney.
Thank you, Tim. Hey folks, this week I am happy to report that it is finally that time of the year again. Yes, it's time for the big bass to start moving through the area and to start trolling those number 4 spoons for a chance at a bass at a lifetime. The nor'easter last week really seemed to spark the bass fishing because it seemed that on the first calm day after that storm passed through, the bass appeared off Fire Island in 80 to 90 feet of water, and many boats were averaging 20 to 30 fish a day between 25 to even 40 pounds. The bass move quickly and are now being caught great off Atlantic Beach. The area I've been fishing for them is slightly south of the Atlantic Beach Reef in 60 to 70 feet of water. I've been locating the bunker pods on the fish finder and trust me, the readings have been crazy, insane. And I've been getting those spoons nice and close to the bottom, usually having one at 40 feet and the other one down at 55 to 60 feet, which is what I find is the best shot at targeting those bigger fish. There have been multiple fish over 50 pounds caught already, and this should remain good well into November. It has been really nice to see many boats letting the big fish go, as the limits have been really easy to come by the last few days. It hasn't been limited to the spoons though. Many boats have been jigging the bass really well too by getting in with those bunker pods and using diamond jigs. This is a great bet this time of year, and for the best shot, grab a few spoons and head out off Atlantic Beach and find the bunker in 60 plus feet of water. Not only did the nor'easter jumpstart the bass fishing, it dropped the water to around 60 degrees, and as a result, these first few days of the Blackfish season have been absolutely stellar. Many party boats in Sheepshead Bay have reported solid togging on the Rockaway Reef with fish to already 10 plus pounds. Some of my favorite spots this early in the season are the Rockaway Reef on that sticky bottom, the Marine Park Bridge, as well as the Manhattan Beach Reef. Grab some crabs, some hooks, and head out to a rock pile or reef because it's officially tog time. The albies have been scattered so far this season, although Vinny from Bernie's did tell me that some of his workers have been getting on the albies by the jetty really early at sunrise, but they've been finicky, they said. But they are there. The wind is blowing right now, and that's delaying the Yankees vs. Astros ALCS, but I doubt that this storm will delay the fishing in the same way. As soon as it is fishable again, get out there and get on the bass. The breezy surf has been really solid too, on all your favorite fall lures such as bucktails, swimming plugs, and popping plugs. There's a multitude of things to do right now, so get out there and enjoy it. And until next week, tight lines.
From the North Shore, we have Captain Mark McGowan.
You know, the greatest thing about fishing is that it's got so many different opportunities where one spot might be bad, but another spot will be fantastic. Weather stinks on one side of the island, but the opposite side's got nonstop fishing. So you've got to learn the dynamics of fishing. There's more than just working the beach and just working the boat. Fishing's about mixing it up. You've got hot freshwater days and hot saltwater days. But one thing that seems to tie a lot of this into is these lunar phases. And we're coming off the full moon, and I think the fish reacted very well. There were plenty of blackfish came in, and we saw some gigantic sea bass, a lot of blowfish, a whole mix. Bluefish jigging still going strong. The striped bass, whether you're trolling worms, casting plugs off the beach, using top water or jigging, is still going, and that's been great because the action really keeps people going back out there. Especially these parents, they've been taking their kids out. We have a whole new generation that is really becoming very talented with catching fish, and it all starts out at a early age. And you know, the great thing about fishing also is it teaches you lessons of life. You learn about friendships, you learn about successes, you learn about failures, learn about common sense. So this is a very easy sport to enjoy. Don't think too hard about it. We're always here to answer your questions. Feel free to call us at the shop. We get a lot of customers coming in. We love you, and we couldn't do it without your support. So that's why we want to be here for you. I hope you enjoy this report. Again, enjoy yourself. Take a little bit of levity. Take a break from work. Get out there before winter's here and enjoy this hot bite. Until next time, tight lines.
Our surf report is from senior editor, once again, Fred Golofaro.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, looking at the surf scene this week, as of Wednesday morning, things have been pretty quiet in Montauk. Those blitzes seem to be a thing of the past since that northeaster. The fishing was good into that northeast blow, but really hasn't picked up again since then. And that's despite loads of bunker from Montauk all the way back through East Hampton. I'm getting reports of just mile-long schools of bunker all along the beach. The only thing that seems to be in them are whales, unfortunately. Working further west, Paul from J&J said there was some decent action at Finn's and Smith Point early in the week, particularly the back end of the breach at Finn's. Tuesday was quiet, he did say that. Robert Moses on Wednesday morning, there was some action before daybreak at Field 2 and after daybreak on A17s. And these aren't those real small fish that we've had the last couple of years. They're better. Even the shorts are better sized fish, 22, 23, up to 27, 28 inches with some keepers mixed in. So that's an improvement. Up on the North Fork, got some good reports from up there on Saturday. Bass, blues, and albies, places like Kenny's Beach, Truman's Beach, Mulford Point, Petty's Bight, Horton's Point. Unfortunately, didn't repeat on Sunday. Talked to some people that ran out there Sunday, and they did not find the same action that was out there Saturday. So let's see how that takes shape. Some good news. If you remember, going back a few years, all the bass that flooded into Great South Bay. Well, it appears to be happening again. A lot of bass off Patchogue and Bayport up until this wind really got kicking. Actually, right up until Wednesday morning, there was still a lot of fish being caught. And for the surf guys, that means keep an eye on the docks and piers in that area, and possibly even further west. I saw a bunch of boats working off Bayshore. That was Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and I suspect they were on bass because there's not much else to catch in that part of the bay this time of the year. So keep that in the back of your mind. It's a good fallback if the outer beaches are unfishable or if it quiets down out there. Also, don't forget, not this weekend, but the following weekend, October 25th to 27th, we've got the South Shore Classic, we've got the Gathering of Anglers, and we've got the Babylon Surf Cup. So put that on the calendar. There's plenty more details in the Fisherman magazine in the news brief section, or you can go to fisherman.com and check out the calendar events. Tim, back to you.
Matt Broderick has a surf report as well.
Hi Tim, this week along the South Shore of Long Island we had a lot of bass action. Bass were hitting tins, bucktails, poppers, anywhere from Mauritius area all the way out to Fire Island area. There's a ton of bass on the beach. Heard of some bigger ones in the mix too, but there's plenty of action to keep people going. Along the North Shore, Albies moved in. They've been hitting small epoxy jigs, small tins as well. There's been some cocktail blues and some stripers in the mix too. Plenty of action, plenty of season left. I'm just pulling off the beach now. Wind picked up a little bit too much. Gonna hit again when the wind sets down now.
If you'd like to be part of our weekly video fishing forecast, we're looking for social media savvy anglers for hyperlocal reporting from around the New York Metro and Long Island area. So if you're a captain, a tackle shop, or just an avid angler, contact me at libayrad@gmail.com. Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. And of course, be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the Dream Boat contest, like New Jersey Fisherman subscriber Anthony Navakis with this 5.2-pound sea bass, or New Jersey Fisherman subscriber Paul Hiertel with this 10.65-pound blackfish, and from Long Island we have Garrett Weir with an 8.26-pound blackfish. This should be a great weekend for that trophy catch. So catch them up, release what you can, and I'll see you next week right here at thefisherman.com. Win the incredible Steigercraft Evinrude Lowrance Grand Prize Boat Package and more in the Fisherman's 2019 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details now at thefisherman.com.